Welcome back to the NBL1 action here at the Nest at Diamond Valley. And as we've heard from Shelby Sheslick yet again, she's got pipes on her, doesn't she?
Well, that's amazing. I mean, you can't hear much better on the radio these days, so yeah.
Really, really good as we get back to hear Eagle Rock echoing throughout Diamond Valley Basketball Stadium.
Yeah, we had Fresh Prince of Bel-Air just before that as well, so
we did.
Some classics by everybody.
19-point win for the girls, which is always good to see.
Yeah, great way to end the season for them. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be looking forward to doing it more often next season.
We are in the last weekend of the NBL1 season for both of these teams. They will be playing their final game in season 2019. I was going to say we were going to welcome Melbourne United Dave Barlow to the Nests. He was going to play, but he's decided not to. He's
absolutely shattered. It's like the one when Jamie's like, "Oh, can you do the Sandy Diamond Valley game?" I'm like, "Barlow's there, done." Now he's not even here. Devastated.
As we see Diamond Valley take on the Southern Sabres, and for Diamond Valley, 8 wins, 11 losses. Good season. Could have made playoffs. There were a few games that let it slip in the latter part of the season, which is a shame.
Yeah, the coulda, shoulda, woulda.
And Southern Sabres, fortunately for them, languishing on the bottom of the table with 4 wins and 14 defeats.
Which is surprising given the talent they've got. I mean, you've got Reese Carter, who's proven NBL talent and, moving into the coaching ranks. Good luck to him in his future career. I mean, he's been a great player. And then you've got Dave Barlow, for whatever reason, not playing tonight, not happy about it. And then Sam McDaniel, who was a development player for Melbourne United. I think he's been upgraded to full-time player.
Reece Carter doing some good stuff as well for Melbourne United this season as well.
Yeah, exactly, looking forward to it.
Assistant coaching, I think is where he's going to be going.
As a massive Melbourne United fan, good to see some of the homegrown boys hanging around the team still. So
282 games collectively.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive numbers. No matter what sport you're playing, 282 games is a lot.
For those joining us for the first time, I'm Michael Thompson in commentary. Joining me tonight, filling in for Jamie Beeden, is the one and only Elliot Jennings. El, welcome back to the coverage.
Would you say filling in for or being far superior to?
Being much better for,
yeah.
In my opinion. Last week, Diamond Valley had a great win, 104 points to 90 over the Northwest Tassie Thunder, which you watched on the NBL YouTube channel, which is where we are right now. And the Southern Sabres got their 4th win of the season with a victory against Basketball Australia's Centre of Excellence.
Yeah, it was a good game to watch at home. I had the sleeping 7-week-old on my lap, so it was nice and warm there. And turned on the basketball. She wasn't happy about it, so I turned her away from it.
Fair enough.
But no, it was a good game. Anthony Duncy had 25 points and 6 assists. Logan Hovey around one massive jam after another out there. Bit of the highlights going on.
Absolutely, and you've got the stunning 5 for us as well for both teams.
The statisticians have finally decided to help us out.
So I'm actually going to give you the honour of presenting us with the stunning 5 for both the Eagles and the Sabres.
Thank you very much. Well, so for Diamond Valley, we have Harry Fail, Joel Spear, Anthony Duncy, Logan Hovey, and Benjamin Ellen. Big boy Ben. And then for Sandringham, we have not Dave Barlow, unfortunately, but Jaden Weldon, Reese Carter, Ryan Beastie, yeah, that one, Nicholas Tata, and Samuel McDaniel.
And you're looking forward to seeing McDaniel play today?
I am, yeah. So he showed a lot in his brief time at Melbourne last season. So he's a good shooter, very athletic, very intense defender. So it's going to be really good to see him up close and personal. You see him from the sidelines in the NBL, and it's the thing is you get to see a lot of these players play a little bit on TV or from the stands. And you see them in person, and at the NBL1, you're right up to the court. I mean, even here it goes back that's row H. That's 8 rows back, 9 rows back. So you're that close to these players. You've got the whole open court behind us. So you get to be really close to these high-level players. It's a great atmosphere to be in. So.
And you're also going to see as well over the course of the evening too. Hope Turdick's is going to join us on comment. Well, she's going to join me on commentary. She's going to join me for the halftime show.
Yeah. So apparently she's really excited about doing this. So we look forward to having her on there.
And as always, we've got a silent auction happening behind us right now as well.
I wonder if Paul Maley is bidding on his daughter's singlet over there. I see him looking around.
Probably am. Wouldn't be surprised if he did as well. We tick down now to the last 25 seconds before we tip off for the very last time here at the Nest in season 2019. Diamond Valley want to win their 9th game of the season and prove to everyone that next season they're ready to play and they're ready to fly as one.
Well, they were borderline ready for finals, so I mean, you can't exactly say that they were blown out of the water. They've been in the hunt until the very end. I think it was last weekend when they were eliminated finally.
It was Ballarat and the Bendigo games that they let slip, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I watched both of those games, and I was at work couple weeks ago for the Bendigo game, I was literally heartbroken for the guys because I knew that they were leading for the majority of that game. They had Bendigo on the ropes, and for them to lose with just 2 seconds to go is utterly heartbreaking. And
Exactly. I mean, they've fought so hard all season. They've been so close. It's been an almost season. You know, they've almost made it. They've almost won some games. And hopefully they finish off tonight with a big win. I mean, Sandringham has the game, Southern Sabres, have the game tomorrow. So they can happily lose this one and win big tomorrow to finish off their season. So, you know, I'm sure Diamond Valley will want to be like the women's team and finish off with a big win.
Absolutely. And we're going to see Tata taking on Ben Allen to tip things off for the final game of 2019 here at the Nest.
Gigantic units.
And it's Tata winning the tip-off there. And it's your mate. No, it's not. I thought it was McDaniel. It's not. It's,
here he is, Mr. McDaniel.
Here is McDaniel. McDaniel trying to get the first 2 points. He does.
And you know, he's looking to have a big off-season. You know, have a good first proper season with Melbourne United rather than just a development player. You know, he's definitely shown it. You know, can knock down the open shot, can find the gaps. Very athletic. We'll see how it goes tonight.
Adansi going for 3 here. Oh, too easy for the import. Anthony Adansi, way too easy there.
And here's the captain, Reece Carter, in his penultimate game.
His second last game here.
Always been a very good ball handler and playmaker.
As I said, the Sabres without Dave Barlow tonight, which is unfortunate. Barlow's seen on the sidelines with the rest of the coaching team. And that's Beastie there with his 2 points there.
Yeah, Barlow's been a bit of a fan favourite here tonight. We've seen a lot of people trying to get selfies with him. I was thinking about it, but I thought, no, it's a bit awkward being as old as I am and going up to him.
Fail with 3-point opportunity for himself, couldn't do so. Good rebound there from Tata, and their way again are the Southern Sabres. And they're through now through Reece Carter. The man of the moment, trying to go up was BC, couldn't do so. Good stuff there from Adansi. Hovey! Logan Hovey.
It's pretty much starting off where he left off last week.
Absolutely. And as always, it's the Logan Hovey show when it comes to town here at the Nest. And we're going to see many jams from him tonight, that's for sure.
Oh, we hope so anyway, especially in a transition like that. You know, sometimes people leak out early and get those sort of easy transitions, but that one he played defense hard and recognised what was going on, decided to make the most of it and beat his opponent back.
Hovey about to head back over to the States as well very, very shortly too, and he's going to play some college ball.
Yeah, so he's looking forward to the chance over there, but I mean, we do hope he comes back next season.
Fingers crossed.
He's been a very important player this season for Diamond Valley.
He has been. First foul going the way of Diamond Valley, and it's going to be Anthony Adansi going to the line here for 2.
And Tata being replaced by Zach Pantelis. It's a very early substitution, and looks like they're going a bit smaller.
Adansi gets the first, and he's generally a good free throw shooter, Anthony Adansi. He's been impressive since crossing over from the Sabres, which is his old team.
So he'll want to get the win tonight, definitely.
He would definitely want to get the win, and he goes 2 from 2 so far from the free throw line. You look at Adansi's numbers already in season 2019, 15.5 points per game, just over 4 rebounds and 3.3 assists with a field goal percentage of 45, which he's going to try and make a little bit better tonight, that's for sure.
I mean, the sort of player he is, that's actually a okay shooting percentage. I mean, it's not like he's at the basket all the time. He likes to get in close, but he does take the jump shot. So 45% is still very good. I remember being there for his first game against Melbourne Tigers, I think it was, at MSAC.
You were impressed with him straight away?
Yeah, he had a few moments which you looked at and went, yeah, he's definitely going to be a good player.
McDaniel to Carter, finds over the head now of Pantelis, and Pantelis now his first 2 points of the evening. And the margin now is 8-7 in favour of the Sabres.
It's been a good start for both teams. They're both executing on offense. Diamond Valley getting that beautiful screen to set up a Adansi. And then they got the mismatch with big boy Ben Allen on Reece Carter, which I'm pretty sure that Reece Carter does not want that physicality on him in his second last game.
No, he doesn't. I know Reece Carter and Ben Allen know each other very well from the NBL days when Ben Allen was playing for the Kings and the Crocs in the NBL.
Yep, and Reece Carter has played for a plethora of teams. I remember him back in the day with the South Dragons, helping them win the title. And
under Shane Hill?
Yep.
When Shane Hill was captain that one?
No, that was under Brian Gorgon.
Oh, Brian Gorgon was coaching?
Yeah, that was after Shane Hill had left.
Didn't Shane Hill captain coach the Dragons?
Yeah,
in one
so
season?
Mark Price was the original inaugural coach, and then Shane Hill, who was the captain at the time, took over captain coach duties for the rest of that season, then became full-time coach, and then a couple of seasons later left and was replaced by, I can't remember who it was, but someone before Brian Gorgon, and then Gorgon came in and helped them win that title.
McDaniel failed to do so. Spear here for 3, couldn't do so. Normally good from long range like that, Joel Spear.
That was back with Joe Ingles.
Here is McDaniel. He's going to want a big game tonight, and he's going to pop stuff like that. Pop and lock it is what he's good at doing.
He's got to the basket twice really early, and he's known as a great shooter, so this will open up more avenues for a shot later on.
10-all, 6.5 minutes left in the first. Hovey tried to go with the back step shot there, failed to do so. And they're away again of the Sabres. That's the one thing the Sabres want to do as well, is that Harry Fowl picks up his first foul of the evening, is the Sabres are going to try and shut down the likes of Hovey because they know that he can go in the air if he needs to. A Dunsey can go for the three-pointers. Spear can go for the three-pointers. Ben Allen can go over the top as well. They're going to try and shut players like that down.
Yeah, they can definitely spread the floor. And they're going to be wanting to force Diamond Valley to do things they're not comfortable with. Make Joel Spear attack the basket. A Dunsey, attack the basket as well. Logan Hovey shoot the jump shots. They want these guys to kind of do things that they don't want. And that's how you win games of basketball. You make them uncomfortable, get what you want happening, and make them do what they don't want to do. And like that defense there before on Hovey was great. The Sandringham defender, Ryan Beastie, just got in front of him, hand up, and made him try and shoot over the top.
Stolen. It's going to be making pay out there. Sabres through Carter, can't do so. Three-point opportunity there, failed to do so. Pantelis passing back over now, straight over to Weldon, and rebounded there from McDaniel. Shoot it, son. Shoot it, Reese. It's yours. No, it's not. Trying to keep it in for fourth time's the charm here for Carter.
Reese Carter with the hook shot. Wow.
Can't do it.
Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Diving on the loose ball, man. He's really setting the example for his younger teammates.
McDaniel spins and twirls, can't get it. And another rebound. So that's up to 7 rebounds for the game now. The Sabres, long one. Reese Carter, thank you very much.
And he gives a bit of a tilts the head back, saying about time. I mean, we had that chat earlier about Annalie Maley having a bit of good bloodline. I mean, the same thing goes with Sam McDaniel. His dad played in the NBL, and I think it was an import, Wayne McDaniel, and was a very good player of his own right. So it's good to see that the children of these great basketball players coming in, playing NBL1, playing in the NBL and WNBL, and it's good to see it all just happening.
I see Harry Fell taking, and Anthony Dunsey as well, taking a breather. You see
the math teacher, Matt Reynolds, back out there.
Yep, Matty Reynolds, veteran of the Eagles. He's got the ball right now. Joe Ryan's also out on court too for his first minutes of the evening. Good bounce pass over to Hovey. Oh, he's going to go for the dunk there. Try to go for another jam. Couldn't do so. Blocked off there. He's going to go to the line though for 2, Elliott.
He is. It was a great attacking of the basket, and Sam McDaniel picks up second foul, does he not? Or did they call it on somebody else?
Second foul's on Sammy McDaniel. It is.
Yeah, so he'll have to be very careful.
Warning signs there for Sam McDaniel already.
Yeah. Shame that our mate Kafritzis is not out there.
Not yet.
Here's Sam McDaniel coming to the bench.
Yep. Coming on right now is number 9, which is Kingsley Box, who has a really good
awesome name.
If you look at Kingsley Box's stats, I looked at it last week. 13 points and 4 rebounds was the 3rd best against Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence.
Yeah.
So the kid can play.
He can, and I mean, with a name like that, you want to play.
I think there's quick timeouts from both sides.
Or I think...
Unless there's a mop squad, is there?
No, the mop squad are all on the side. I'm not sure what's going on. The referee's having a chat about something. And the teams are using... Oh, there's a bit of blood on the court.
And our man Jay's going to...
So, yeah, if you've never seen Jamie in person, this is him with the bucket out there. Finally doing some work.
Give us some running commentary on him really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, he's slapping the gloves on now. Got to have protection. He's taking his time, been a bit slow. Come on, Jamie, pick it up. Finally getting the... open the box up, getting the cloths out. Yep, get the paper towels, don't talk.
Good boy. He's getting a bit of a Bronx cheer from the crowd too, which is always good to see.
I mean, the mop squad can do this much better. In fact, the referee's like, no, we've had enough of you. Mop squad, out you come.
19.6 points per game Logan Hovey's had so far in season 2019.
Well, some highlights. I mean,
7 rebounds and shooting at straight on, bang on 50%.
Yeah, he's doing a good job cleaning up out there, unlike Jamie. He's been replaced by the mop squad. They're all out there. They're like, get out of the way. We'll show you how it's done.
Whistle's been called, so last little words of advice from both Grant Wallace and Nathan Cooper-Brown, the coaches, distinguished coaches for both the Eagles and the Sabres out there. And we're going to see Hovey now eventually shoot his 2 from the line. And Hovey, well, last week, him, Dunsey and Ben Allen just completely obliterated
did.
opposition.
And they needed that. I mean, it's always nice to get a win. I mean, sure, the season was over at that point, but it's nice to try and finish off and get as close as you can to the finals. Like we were saying in the earlier game, you want that momentum to carry over into the next season. You want to be able to finish off big. As they say, go hard or go home.
Yeah, 22-14 was Hobie's numbers last week. He's currently on 4-1, and the Sabres still take a 2-point lead with 5:10 left in the first.
And I mean, he's had a couple of good takes too. So that one there could have been an M1. He was very close. It was a very strong D from
Kingsley Box with a 3-pointer there. Yeah. Oh, it was 2 in the end, actually. Looked 3 from where we were, though.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game for the Southern Sabres. I mean, they're missing 27 points a game with Dave Barlow.
Reynolds, Spear. Back over to Reynolds. Shooting. I think a bit more pressure on him. Normally shoots a lot better than that, does Matty Reynolds. As I said, he's always going to be the smallest man out on court, but he can use his speed and his agility to his advantage, though.
Yeah.
And Ben Allen can use his height.
And then lucky he was so tall because Tata was going up there and was about to wave Tata to the ball through the ring, but wasn't able to catch it. He's also looking a bit confused and lost up there. He's just spinning around at the moment. No one really providing for him.
It's over to Box now. Box trying to get through Rhymes, can't do so. Ben Allen trying to wrestle with him, does so, wins the ball over to Joel Rhymes. Rhymes over to Spear. Spear, ball bounce over to Hobie. What's Hobie thinking? Spins, twirls, trying to air himself up, can't do so.
It was good defense, hands up. He just jumped into it, came back down with the ball, and it's a trouble.
Liam Kelly coming on for his first minutes of the evening. Ben Allen coming off for a rest.
Yeah, big Sauce out there. It was torturing Kafritzis when he was in there for the halftime interview the previous game.
Yep.
Reece Carter taking a bit of a break. He definitely earned it. He's playing hard out there.
Ball staying now with the Southern Sabres. From baseline, ball coming back in.
No, it's such a close game, but the rebound count is not close at all.
Not at all.
But that was all from that earlier possession where Southern Sabres had about 4 or 5 attempts at 3.
Sorry, Badish there with a swish.
Yeah, they've got 5 offensive rebounds, Southern Sabres, and they're pretty much all on one possession. So Matty Reynolds trying to answer back.
Or almost. He can shoot those 3-pointers though to Matty Reynolds.
It looks very unassuming out there. Doesn't look like your typical basketball athlete, but he definitely manages to make it work.
Timeout on the floor. Signanini's came on for the Southern Sabres. Margin still at 7 points, 19 points to 12.
A bit early for the party music in the background, eh?
Oh, it's a Saturday night, so a lot of people who are watching us tonight, Elliot, are just getting themselves ready for a good night out in the town. Let's look at some of the stats now at the moment. 10 rebounds to 4 over the Sabres.
Yeah, I think it's a lot closer than the rebounds say it should be. I mean, a lot of those are on one possession, so the free throw shooting, it's hard to tell. No one's really been to the line yet. 3-point shooting is where it really stands out. 2 of 5 from the Diamond Valley Eagles, but 2 of 6 from the Southern Sabres, and most of those 6 attempts were on one possession. So it may look like they're not shooting that well, but they've only really had that one possession to shoot away.
And look at the field goals as well. 47% in favour of the Sabres and 38%. So 3 from 8 from the Eagles, 8 from 17. So they've had a lot of opportunities, Sabres, to put it in the bucket, and they've only done it at half the rate.
Exactly, which is kind of a bit worrying more for Diamond Valley than for the Southern Sabres, because eventually those shots are going to fall. And, I mean, the Sabres are up by 7. It's still very, very early days, but they're up by 7. They've had 9 more shots. They've had 5 more offensive rebounds. So at what point are those going to start falling in? It's very important that, like, Hovey and Killy, Big Boy Ben get out there and they start getting these offensive rebounds, closing down the possessions.
Well,
so defensive rebounds.
Very inexperienced 5 out there for the Eagles. Spear and Hovey, the 2 major players. You got Reynolds on the floor, you got Rhymes on the floor, and you got Keeley on the floor.
Would you say that Joel is the spearhead of this lineup?
He's the definite spearhead of this lineup. So what you did there. O'Brien passing over. Good chance now, and great stuff there from Batish. And Batish yet again shooting with pure precision.
He's about a foot inside the line, so he should have just taken that extra step back.
Very deep too. Again, almost a 3-pointer, and that's the worrying sign, as you said, Elliot. The Sabres can start shooting these. Could be a problem.
Yeah, they're definitely getting what they want, and they're double teaming Hovey down in the paint, and Diamond Valley just haven't found a way to deal with that yet.
Spear over to Hovey. Hovey, yes.
I mean, it would have been nice then to see Joel Spear attack Tata, because Tata is not showing that he's exactly fleet of foot. And Joel Spear, we know, is very athletic and very quick. But it was still a good finish, down low by Hovey, but they can't rely on him trying to finish over a double team every time.
Badish, McDaniel right in front of us is about to come back on for the Sabres.
Interesting choice considering he's already got 2 fouls and there's 2 minutes to go. And
O'Brien,
they're not struggling.
Oh my goodness!
Deep.
O'Brien.
Their 3-point percentage would be jumping up right now.
It's at 40%, 2 from 5. Oh no, sorry, that's that's Owen Valley, 3 from 7. My bad. Reynolds, Rhymes, for 3 of his own. Can't find it, unfortunately.
And Tatar is huge out there.
He is. He's
very athletic, very long.
He's a big boy, Tatar. Reynolds can't keep hold of that. As I see McDaniel come back on, O'Brien coming off after a very great looking 3 from
I mean, he only had 2 minutes and he nailed a beautiful 3. I'm surprised that he was dragged so quickly. But I guess, you know, they want to get some reps into Sam McDaniel, really get him going.
Hockey subs time from the Eagles. Fails back on. Kafritzis is on for his first minute, and Adunsi's also joined the party as well.
Here's our boy.
Kafritzis, Keeley, Adunsi. Adunsi going to go himself. And the 2 points will stand. And he's also going to get the extra as well, and he might cut the margin back to 7 points. 24-16 with 90 seconds to go.
That was a great drive during the foul. I think it was a little bit, bit of a lucky call. It should have been a no call in my opinion. You know, the defender was there, beating the spot, didn't move. The referee thinks he shuffled. But regardless, Adunsi attacked the basket beautifully, managed to finish it off, and that's exactly what you got to do. A lot of people spend half their time trying to draw the foul rather than trying to finish the layup, and that's, you know, what Adunsi did there. He attacked the basket, wanted the basket more than wanted the foul.
He paid dividends too because he got 2 points. He went to the line and converted the extra.
Exactly, and I mean, 3 the old-fashioned way, and that's, you know, the easiest 3 points in basketball is finishing off an and one, get fouled in a layup, make it count.
McDaniel trying to go himself. Oh, he made that look too easy.
He really does. And that's the interesting thing. You watch the NBL1 and you see these players that are like fringe NBL talent, and the step between them and the next best is quite big, but you expect that in the next few seasons it's going to shrink, you know.
Keeley trying to go for a 3 of his own almost, but Tata again with another defensive rebound.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the difference between like a Sam McDaniel here and an Anthony Adunsi, and it's quite a big difference, but over the next few seasons, having that experience of playing with these sort of guys is only going to boost up these players that were in the Siebel, were in, you know, Big V.
Badish, Tata, tap in, can't do so. Keeping it in is Signognini. I'm going to get that name very wrong over the course of the evening.
Yeah.
I think your Italian is better than mine at the moment, Elliot.
Hey.
Keeley brings the ball back in from the baseline to Dunsi.
I mean, I do love myself a good pasta and pizza, so
did have pizza last night, actually.
It's very tempting to have it for lunch today, but
Dunsi trying to milk a bit of the shot clock here, down by 9.
Very hard screen set by Lee and Kelly.
He might pay dividends there. He's going to
say he was killing them.
He's going to pick up his foul, and he's also going to go to the line for 2.
He is. Let's see if he can make it count. The referee's having a bit of a chat to him about something. Liam Kelly's like, yep, not sure what he's being told about, spoken to about, but he acknowledges it, and hopefully it's nothing to worry about.
Gets the first. Gets the second as well.
So our boy Kafritz is trying to line up a putback dunk there if it missed.
Margin at 7, 26-19 with 7 seconds left to go here. McDaniel going to wind down here. Kafritzis
all over the calf man.
And the calf man,
beautiful D.
He won that. Hilly hugs the ball. And at the end of one, it is Southern Sabres leading 26 points to 19. You are going to have a break because coming up next, Hope Turtis is going to join me very, very shortly on the mic for her analysis as my expert. Stick with us. Sabres by 7. Welcome back to Diamond Valley, 26 points to 19. And joining me at the moment is 151 game star for Diamond Valley over the Seabourn, the NBL and the NBL1. One and only Hope Turdage. Hello, Hope.
Hello, thank you for having me on.
No worries, you excited?
Pardon, sorry?
Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. This might be my new career, commentating.
Jump in the media side. Have you enjoyed me over the course of the season calling your games?
I have loved it. I really love how the NBL1's done these live streams and done the app and done some commentating. I think it's made it the league a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun. So I really like it, and I hope they continue to do it next year.
So how was your game tonight? We might as well get into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, we finally got a win. It would have been lovely to get a few more wins earlier in the year. So finally ticked something over. It was about 20 points, I think, at the end.
88-69, so
yeah,
solid 19 points. That's not too bad.
It would have been good if that was earlier in the year. We didn't have the best season, I have to say, but, you know, there's lots of things to improve. We had quite a young team. I was the oldest by a few years in that team, whereas in comparison to I played at Kilsyth last year, I would have been the one of the younger ones, and we had an older team. So it's funny how the team changed like that.
And how's it good to have Annalie Malley back on the floor as well? You girls have missed her over the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, Annalie's been over at the World Uni Games and been kicking some ass over there. So it's great to have just that other scorer and great defensive player and a rebounder to come back in. And especially with Ali Wilson out tonight, she's over at the Opals. That's a massive 3 there from Joel Spear. Oh, great one.
There.
We like that. So
that was your call there.
Yeah, Ali Wilson's over at the Opals camp now, so it's trade in for 1 star for another star, which is great.
And I was talking to Elliot over the course of the game as well, and great win as well by you girls, that you looked like you were way more solid in a 4-quarter effort. Like you, Shelby and Annalie all worked very, very well together out on the floor, and Kayla put in some 1%ers. Keely Evans looked really good. Ivana was shooting the 3-pointers again. Jodie McCorkle was putting in those 1%ers. So what do you think the message has been over the course of the weekend, preparing for the Sabres games now, where you girls have won this 19-point win? And what's the momentum like going into 2020?
I think finally this game we played defense for 4 quarters, so I think we've struggled a little bit this year to be able to contain players individually and not be able to fall asleep at certain times. So I think it's a really good way to end the season, and hopefully it inspires us next year to put that emphasis on individual defense.
Spear trying to go for a 3 there.
Yeah, so no one likes to be the team that someone goes off for 30 on, and we've had a few of those games, so it'll be good next year to not do that.
But it's a good learning curve as well, because you've got such a very young team this season as well, and you got a few experienced players like yourself, like Annalie, like Shelby, who's come over from the States, so it's probably good to have those experienced bodies around a lot of those younger girls.
Absolutely, and I think just having that little bit of level head helps a lot, and you'll see that within the finals now with the other women's teams. This is, I think teams like Kilsyth and Bendigo have a lot more senior and a few older players, and that's just another level of concentration and calmness that they can bring in the finals, and I think they'll go deep, and that'll, as the girls get older on our team, that'll definitely help us next year.
Ben Allen joined his foul there on Tata, who's been absolutely dominant as well, and might as well get a few of your expert thoughts on the men's team as well, because you've seen the first quarter so far, and the Sabres getting out of the blocks a little bit early.
Absolutely. His Sabres team is always very talented. Reece Carter, I've watched Reece Carter for years play, and he is just a star. So it's great to see him finishing up his career. Ben Allen is also another great player, and I think he's a kind of a linchpin for this team and does the 1%ers and will really help them down the stretch, particularly as the Sabres are quite a big team as well.
Some of the stats that you've seen on the sheet of paper in front of you. Quickly get back to the action here. You've got Wilden over to McDaniel, who's going to be very exciting to watch as well for Melbourne United over the course of this season. And Tata getting the 2 points there, and the margin out to a 7-point lead in favour of the Sabres, 29-22. Fail over to Allen. Back over to Harry Fail. Good bounce pass to Logan Hovey.
Great. They're throwing that double down on Ben Allen there, because he is big and unstoppable, so it's great to see how well he passes out of the post and keeps the offense flowing.
It's probably good as well, getting to see someone like Logan Hovey coming from the United States and putting on a show week in, week out as well. Dunsey missing with a 3 opportunity there, and they'll mop it up here. Will Sabres through McDaniel.
I think Logan Hovey has 1,000,001 highlights on that NBL1 reel of his beautiful dunks.
The amount of top 10s he's been getting over the course of the season.
Yes, there was a good one the other week as well. Crowd went wild.
The Dunsey to Allen. And congratulations on game 150 last week, and you're 32-14.
Yeah, turned up to play that day.
Your double-double.
Had to get out there. Yeah, they just happened to fall for me that week, which was nice. They haven't been falling lately, so no, it's really good. I was over 7 seasons. I had a 3-year break in the middle there. I was finishing my master's degree, so it was good to get up to that 150. I wasn't sure if I was going to get there, so hopefully I can get up to 200 in the next year, a couple of years.
Thank God you got there. Spear for a 3-point opportunity.
Nice rebound.
Lisa Gain picked up that rebound. The Dunsey trying to go for a 3 of his own. And Luke Lisa Gain is another player as well. I've been interested to watching as well. I've heard a lot of good stuff about him in the youth league developmental.
Yeah,
part for big V stuff for the Eagles.
Long, lanky. As long as he can be strong, he'll start to do well. It's a great experience to be able to get youth league players through and give them quality minutes in NBL. Nice chase by him there.
It's good to see Anthony Dunsey too playing against his old side tonight as well in the Southern Sabres.
Yeah. He'll look to get some good stats on that.
First foul picked up for Tata, and Luke Lisa Gaines looking good, which is all right. Ball brought back in from Spear to the Dunsey over to Hovey. Hovey going up. Is it going to go in? And it went in.
Very nice.
So margin at 10 points, 34-24. Carter over to Beisty, to Badish, back over to Reese Carter. Directing a little bit of traffic on the floor. It's the veteran, over to McDaniel.
Big shot.
Can't hit the 3. Dunsey will pick up the rebound.
Looks to get a good solid score here.
Ball with Hovey. Hovey going to try and go in.
Nice take. Lovely finish by him.
Loves the paint, Logan Hovey does.
That's Reese Carter's experience right there. Diamond Valley comeback. He puts a nail back straight at him.
Coast to coast up there from the Sabres. Hovey trying to go in again, couldn't do so. Long one from Reynolds. Failed to find Lees again. And they're away again through McDaniel, other Southern Sabres. Carter thinking 3. Ooh. Can't get there in the end, unfortunately for him. Tata will pick up the rebound. He's been monitoring those rebounds in that first quarter, Nicholas Tata. McDaniel. Get the 2 there for the Sabres. Margin at 8. What's the one message you would say for the Eagles out there in the second quarter?
Pardon, sorry?
What's the one message you would say to the Eagles out there in that second quarter to try and come back in this one?
Ooh, we've got to make the long offense, make Sandringham play long defense and then get stops. Players like Reese Carter right here, he's always going to score. He's going to make shots like that one.
He made an absolute meal out of that one as we called timeout. That was ridiculous from Reese Carter.
Yes, that was experience right there.
Absolutely, the experience coming into play there for Reese Carter, and you got to give it to Nathan Cooper-Brown, and they're doing wonders at the moment for the Sabres. They're up by 12, and it's very interesting to see, this time 2 hours ago, you guys were in this same position against the Sabres women's team.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good to be on the winning side. We haven't had this year a lot of games where we've been up for a consistent amount of time, and to be able to have a good lead. It's good in basketball to be able to get 6, 8, 10-point leads rather than that 2, 3 points that we struggled with all year, because the lead changes back and forth so quickly and we struggled defensively. So being able to get this lead, especially for the boys now, they've got to fight back slowly, get those stops.
I was going to say as well, the one thing I really enjoyed about the game beforehand as well is that even without Ali Wilson, you still managed to play together as a team. And that's the one thing I spoke to Elliot on the call about too, is that there's just been like 80% this season, you just haven't had a full-strength squad out there, and sort of hurt you guys a little bit because you do a lot of stuff in training, and then when one of your best is not out there, it's very hard to put that into motion.
Yeah. We had some. We had Jerry early with a back. We had Shelby and Ali were delayed starts. Then I went down with an ankle injury, which is very painful. I haven't done ankles for very long, so I was out there for a good chunk of games.
I was more concerned about your knee every time you got it strapped and everything like that.
The knee's all right. The knee's solid. It's the ankle that decided to go that didn't help. And then we had Annalie was away with World Uni Games, and then Ali was away. So that's what happens in basketball, and it's to be able to find that consistency and find those people every week and still be able to do what you're supposed to do.
Fritzis, long pass over to Adansi for a three-point opportunity.
Nice, good job. They need to get a good stop here to try and keep fighting back on this lead.
Stem the bleeding for the short time as well. Margin cut back to 9. Reynolds ironed off Carter there. In the space was Reese Carter. But thankfully, though, for Kafritzis, he could pick up the rebound. And he's directing traffic on the floor as a youngster. Adansi.
Nice.
Hovey.
Oh.
I was going to say, Hovey doesn't mind the step-back shot, does he?
Yeah, well, he's got that. I think he's got that upper body strength, the ability to do that kind of stuff. He's got a great repertoire of moves. Every move there has been great.
As we see Wilden coming back on, and we're seeing Reese Carter taking a breather as well in this one. Sabres had a good win last week against the Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence, who interesting lineup as well over the course of the year. They graduated, had a few graduates head over to the United States.
The COE are always a team that sometimes they don't start as strong, but they always finish strong because youth gets better and they learn and they have tournaments and they go on worlds and they always knock teams off towards the end of the season, both men and women.
Adansi thinking 3. He's going to go a little bit further into the paint.
Great pass.
Hovey, beautiful stuff there from Logan Hovey. And the margin's still at 9, so 42-33.
While Reese Carter's off the floor, the Diamond Valley men need to capitalise on getting this score back.
Good advantage as well. Try and get back in. Zach Pantelis almost made a meal of that one from the Diamond Valley defence, but Ben Allen was there to mop things up. Adansi trying to get through Pantelis, can't do so. Allen, Reynolds. And it'll be Diamond Valley ball, thankfully, which is good. Wilden trying to go with the block there, failed to do so, failed to keep it in, and Matt Reynolds can win the ball back in for the Eagles. He's asking Spear really quickly to come a little bit closer. We'll get the bounce pass back now. Spear over to Kafritzis, back to Spear. Shot clock at 3, Hovey from the line.
Great, back up.
Rebound there from McDaniel. Over the box.
Big shot, that one.
From Badish, can't get there in the end. Reynolds can pick up the rebound. Kingsley Box was very good for the Sabres last week against COE. Reynolds thinking 3 himself. Good attempt. Picked up there from McDaniel, and they're away yet again. Other Sabres through Badish. Over to Box. Box finds McDaniel. Shot clock at 10. They're going to take a little bit more time here. Hits the rim.
Nice. The boys haven't scored for a couple of times down the floor now, so they need to try and get a couple of points in.
Spear is thinking 3. He might go over to Allen, who's got a bit more space on him. Finds this little man in Reynolds. Reynolds is very mercurial when he can be.
Nice rebound.
Hovey.
Oh,
Reynolds.
Nice putback. Good job.
Great teamwork there from Reynolds and Hovey. And Matt Reynolds can get a bit of air, even though he's, isn't he like, I think 5'8", 5'9"?
Oh, is he?
I think he's...
I guess it's a bit hard to tell when half your team is 7 foot, so
yeah.
people who perhaps are close to 6 foot tend to look a little bit smaller than they are.
Were you surprised on how tall Shelby Sheslick was when she first came in?
I was.
You didn't believe that she was 6'5"?
I sometimes, when I've played with a few Americans that tend to shrink when they come to Australia, they say they're 6'5" and they're about 6'2". But Shelby is a tall, athletic, big girl, and she's a true 6'5", and which is, some of our games, I think we've got 5 over 6 foot playing on the court, which is a really massive, massive group. So hopefully next year we can capitalise on that kind of stuff a little bit more.
Definitely. And it's good when she uses her body to her advantage. She also uses her twin trunk style arms as well to reach in.
They're very long. I love her playing a little bit of a high-low with Shelby and throwing that ball up because I can throw it very high in the air and she always gets it, and she finds me quite well. Big-to-big passes seem to work well. We know where we like the ball, which is up.
Ball stuck there. Great stop there from Allen on Signanar. Now over to Spear. Spear
Nice
thinking going
take.
coast to coast. Kafritzis keeps it in. Reynolds back over to Caff. Caff to Spear.
Great kick. Yes,
Oh,
well
beautiful.
done.
Much better from the Eagles there. And
4 points.
cut the margin back to 4, which is good.
That's what they want.
Last 7 seconds of the quarter.
They can defend this well.
O'Brien and
What'd they call there? Heads foul.
as we see Bicey coming back on, and we're seeing Badish coming off. Another team in the bonus in this quarter, which is very rare. We normally see at least one team in the bonus. It'll be Sigonini, and you'll throw this one all the way over to where we are.
3 seconds.
And it'll be Kafritzis to bring the ball back in from the sideline. It's actually going to head back over to the opposite side.
Who will get the shot up from DV?
Spears lurking.
Ben.
Thinking Allen. Benny.
Ben, big shot.
3 points.
Oh.
Can't get there in the end, unfortunately. As we go into half-time, it's 42 points to 38. I'm going to jump off because at half-time, I'm going to get you to jump in with Elliot, and you're going to do the half-time wrap here.
Oh, fantastic.
So you get the best of both worlds. Stick with us. Hope Tony will stay on the cans for a little bit longer.
Also, the question is, so don't. All right, welcome back here at halftime at the Nest here at Diamond Valley between the Eagles and the Sabres with the scoreline of 42-38. Very, very close game right now. And it's Elliot Jennings here along with 151 gamer in the Seaball and the NBL1 with the Eagles. Hope Turditch, welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And what did you make of the first half?
Good. They've got to capitalise when Reece Carter's not on the floor, because Reece, as we know, he is a veteran, he is smart, and he will do everything to make sure his team wins. So our boys need to have the Reece factor covered.
Yeah, I mean, him and Sam McDaniel having a big game so far for them.
Absolutely.
So who would you say would be the player of the match so far?
Ooh, can I be biased? And I'd probably say Logan, just because has great position, great seals. Great shots. He's doing really well.
He's attacking the basket really hard as well, making things happen.
Yeah, absolutely. He creates by him moving and stealing. He gets his other players open, and I really like that kind of style. I guess that's why I want to play.
Yeah, the energy, the enthusiasm, always going hard. So who would you say would be winning the battle of the sidelines right now?
Battle of the sidelines? What do you mean?
Which coach is doing a better job of...
I don't know on that one. I'm gonna say DV at the moment. Just at the moment.
Just at the moment?
We'll see. We'll see how they start this third quarter, whether it blows out or the boys stay in it. I think it's too early to judge.
Yeah, it's very close. I mean, hopefully they do really well. What do you reckon we can expect from both sides in the second half?
I reckon Reece Carter is just going to keep going. So the boys need to either let Reece go and lock down everyone else and see if Reece can win the game for Sabres, or they've got to control him a bit better. But I think if they can keep going inside to Logan and get him a little bit more free so he's not, playing 2-on-1 the whole time inside, that'll really help him.
Yeah, because I've noticed the Southern Sabres have been doubling him every time down the post.
You can see that with Ben Allen. As soon as Ben caught it, he was doubled. So they might need to run these big guys off some screens or try and get the ball up the floor quicker so they're not having to play 2-on-1. Which is unfortunate. It's big. You always get doubled. You never 1-on-1.
Exactly. I mean, even being only 6'3", it happens. You get in the post, everyone just clumps on you.
I know, absolutely. It's unfair. Leave me alone.
Yeah, leave the big people alone.
Just let me play.
Yeah, I mean, they've made some good adjustments. I saw Diamond Valley go small earlier on and seemed to make a big difference to the lineup.
Absolutely. I'm going to have to say, I may have been eating in the first couple minutes of the first quarter, so that was my priority there.
Lucky you. Unfortunately, we had no time. We've only been given this by our esteemed boss, Jamie Beaton. So, yeah. But, congratulations on your game as well, and 151 games in the CBL NBL1. It's
150, I've made it. So I played, that's over 7 seasons. So I had 3 years with Dan and Ong. We won 3 championships back-to-back, which was amazing. I played at actually Sandringham for 2 years, and we got knocked out by Bendigo just before the grand final 1 year. I took 3 years off to finish my master's degree, and then I came back and played at Kilsyth last year. Got knocked out by Bendigo again at the second last, semi-final. I think, what's the one before the grand final? Semi or quarter?
It'd be semi. Quarter's just before that.
Semi, yeah. And
haven't been in many of them, so.
I know. So this year's a bit disappointing for me because I do like to get to finals, and I've been able to. So this year I'm like, that sucks a little, hurts my heart.
Yeah, so I'm sure you'd have enjoyed this last game against the Sabres.
I was just saying, why couldn't we have played probably the last few teams we've played earlier in the year, because I feel like our team's played a little bit better, or maybe it's just us, maybe we've gelled a little bit better. It's taken us a little while because players have been in and out, injuries, late to season, championships is.
Yeah, and then you had Annalie Maley going over for the uni games.
And
Alex
Ali's,
Wilson gone.
She's at Opals. And then we had Shelby was a couple of games late in the season because she was still playing in Spain. So that's just basketball with me.
Yeah, and then, I mean, the NBL1's also so new. A lot of these teams coming together last minute. They're having a chance to get the chemistry.
Absolutely. And because the league's kind of expanded, the number of teams have expanded, so the number of girls in the teams, it kind of changes as well with more guys in the league. So it's really different. I find it different from last year at Kilsyth, but I think it's great to be able to have more Melbourne-based teams.
So who's been your favourite matchup this season?
Ooh, favourite matchup? Ooh. I always love playing Bendigo. I think because the sheer size of players like Becca Tobin, Gabe Richards, all those kinds of guys are just like the elite WNBL stars, and I love to play against that high quality. So I think that was an enjoyable game to play.
And who's been your favourite teammate? Is there one that stands out above the rest?
Oh, no, I like them all. This group of girls are really lovely. We get along very well, and you can sit and talk to anyone at any time. Yeah. It's not like I can't.
You can see that throughout the season. There's just so much camaraderie there. Even difficult times, there's still a lot of smiles.
Absolutely, and I think that helped us through a very long season, being able to do that. And sometimes in women's team, in any team, you might not get along with everyone, but I think in this team, that is a perk.
And one more question. Who is the best singer on the team? Is there someone that pips Shelby? Or?
I don't know if you guys heard this star, Shelby. I knew she was a singer, but I said to her, her voice is stunning. And it made me feel a few feelings then.
Yeah, we're a bit surprised she came out there. We're like, all right.
Stunning, isn't she?
It's a record label.
Absolutely. That's what I said to her. I was like, go sing, go be a superstar singer. She got an American Idol, make some money on that one.
All right, well, I've been told to hurry up by our esteemed Michael Thompson, so thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Good luck for the future and next season.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, guys.
Welcome back to Diamond Valley Stadium. Scoreline 42-38. Michael Thompson and Alia Jennings back in. Huge thank you to Hope Turdish for taking over in that second quarter. And she was really good, actually.
Yeah, she was a lot of help. She admitted that she might have been eating a little bit at the start of the game, so she didn't see all of it. She seemed to do a really good job, and she's lovely to chat to. I mean, been fortunate to have two special guests today.
Yeah, Lucas Confritz on with you at halftime during the women's game, and you guys spoke in depth about his career so far and some stuff he likes to do on the side.
Yeah, a lot of future for him coming up. You know, he's doing really well.
His brother's doing well as well, apparently, coming into college in the States.
Yeah, he reckons his brother might overtake him one day, but he said he's still the better player.
Of course he'd say that.
I think we all want to say that.
As we get back into this third quarter here, 42-38.
We're looking at the silent auction that they're having tonight at Diamond Valley. Some of the
Anthony Duncy's jersey, wow.
Yeah, he's got some star power.
He does.
Everyone's a minimum of $10, and you look at that one and it says minimum $200.
Like,
wow, paying his salary for the season.
Yep, I know that Hovey and definitely Duncy will be heading back over to the States at the conclusion of the NBL1 season. So
yeah,
I think
2 imports.
Yep, Hovey's heading back home. I think this week, he's going to head back home.
Where the weather's a bit warmer.
Yep, and I think Duncy's not too far away as well. So it'll be good for both of them to head back over to the States, see family and friends, and enjoy the summer over there in the States at the moment because it's nice and warm from where they are.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice at halftime talking to Hope, getting listening from someone who's actually playing at this level, playing at this speed, and understands the game. So
someone who's played in the WNBL as well in the past.
Exactly, someone who has definitely got the skill set up there. She's a very good player, and she knows what to expect out there. So she's talking about Logan Hovey being doubled down low and how frustrating it can be, and what sort of things Diamond Valley need to do to free him up. Talking about how they're defending him. It was really nice having that that extra sort of. I haven't played at this level for a very long time. So it's nice to have someone who has, even half an hour ago, played. So yeah. She's still fresh, still understands what's going on, still at game stage. She's talking about how Reese Carter probably is the key for the Southern Sabres.
Alan, and she spoke a lot about that in the second quarter as well, as we see Spear now drag himself.
Yeah, she seems to kind of intimate that he might be up to some suspect things under the basket.
Alan, we saw a cheeky little underarm from him in the second quarter.
Yep.
Joel Spear getting himself 2 points there. First 2 points of the third goes to the Eagles, and that's exactly the start they wanted.
I do feel that Sam McDaniel. It's
so hard. I think I said Shane at one point in time as well.
Well, his dad's Wayne. He's Sam. They keep calling him Samuel, and then it's a mess. But I feel like he is probably the key for the Southern Sabres. Everything seems to be going through him. As long as he can keep having a big game, they're well on track.
And it's good to see up close and personal, because for McDaniel, this is almost pretty much his last game of pre-season before he gets back into training with the Melbourne United boys.
Yeah, so the NBL Blitz is on soon up in Tasmania, or down in Tasmania, I should say.
It's late September, isn't it? I think it's prelim final week in the AFL. Normally, I think it's when it's happening. So I think it's 23rd and 24th of September.
The teams will be starting to get together soon, get ready for the training camps, at least get some ideas of what they're going to be running, get some fitness back in there. A lot of the guys will start to come back from their other commitments, like in Europe or the NZNBL.
Yep.
I think Shea Illy and Alex Pledger are playing in the grand final next weekend. They'll come back to Melbourne United. Not sure who else is playing over there at the moment.
And then NBL season starts on the 3rd of October, which is
very
early, because it normally starts about November.
No, last couple of seasons started in October. They've had a few games, then they go over for the NBL NBA games, which are always a good watch. Last season, none of the games were particularly close, but the season before, Melbourne came within one shot of knocking off the Thunder.
It's good to see. And the Thunder have lost a lot of their star power since then.
Exactly, with the off-season trade of Paul George and Russell Westbrook. So
Westbrook heading to Houston, which is going to be very interesting to see.
And then there was big news during the week for Melbourne United with Casey Prather re-signing for 2 years.
That was a big
after a season away.
It was a Chinese. I think it was the Chinese Super League he was in.
No, he was in Russia, I think. Greece, then Russia. And, had a big season over there.
He's a human highlight reel, and I've loved watching Casey Prather put on the black and white for Melbourne United.
Hated him at Perth, but loved him when he came to Melbourne. I remember a game between Melbourne and Perth when he had 38 for Perth, and I think Casper had 35.
I remember that game. I do remember that game vividly.
Oh, it was very close. It was an entertaining game, and it's nice to have him back on our side. That athleticism, that offensive ability too.
Ben Allen with the.
You don't find many players that can defend and score like a Casey Prather do.
Behind the back door from Ben Allen, Knew exactly where he was going there. He's tied things up at
That's
44 piece.
That's the NBL smarts. I mean, that's a guy who's played for a very long time at a very high level. So he knows what he's doing, knows the right plays to make. Tatar's not quite there yet. You can see he's got a lot of potential. He's very long, very athletic, very bouncy. But he's just not quite got the awareness of a Ben Allen out there.
Weldon goes to ground. Ben Allen picks up the rebound. Spear.
Yeah, Joel Spears had a good game so far.
11, 4, and 3 from him so far tonight. Hovey.
A couple of big threes as well.
He's looking a lot frustrated out there at the moment, Logan Hovey. He's not getting to the spots he wants to get into.
Yeah, the defense they're throwing at him is kind of putting him off a bit. Every time the ball goes down low, the Southern Sabres are double teaming, whether it's Ben Allen, Logan Hovey, Liam Kelly. They're getting frustrated because everything's closing down on them. I thought it was interesting in the second quarter there at one point, Diamond Valley went small. They took off Kelly and Ben Allen, and it kind of freed him up a little bit more, gave him that space, gave him that speed that they kind of needed.
As we see Tata taking a bit of a break.
He is a huge person.
He is. You could say he's saying Tata for now.
Yes, you could indeed.
You're not the only one with dad jokes around here. As Reece Carter goes to the line, puts the first in, and gives the Sabres a 1-point lead. 45-44 with 6:20 left in the third.
And you can see with Reece Carter, like the smarts, that come from playing in the NBL for so long. He's just poking the ball loose. He's managing to control the ball, making the right decisions. He's holding the ball at the right times, making the right passes. He's never been the star of an NBL team, but he's always been, the role player that you need. The guy who makes the right defensive plays, the right offensive moves. Like there, getting the hand up in front of Ben Allen. Ben Allen's just too big. The ball bounced right to his hands, but Reece Carter made the right decision.
He did indeed. Off to Bestie. 3-point opportunity for you for a
awkward shot.
Beastie couldn't do so. Try again. Reece Carter hits the rim, passes Rhymes, and goes out of bounds. Sideline ball of the Sandringham Southern Sabres. I was going to call them Sandringham. Don't call them Sandringham. They're not that anymore.
I've been calling them Sandy all night.
Oh!
Whoa!
Jeez.
That was clearly off the Southern Sabres there.
Yep.
Zach Pentalis definitely got a hand to that, and I don't know how the referees missed that one. There was no issues with line of sight. There was, wow.
So Baddish to bring it back in to Weldon. We've
had a pretty good night though tonight, the referees, so you can't criticise them for having one or two missed calls.
McDaniel needs to do a lot better than that if he's going to shoot well for Melbourne United this season. Rhymes, Spear, shoots, beautiful, well done. Joel Spear, all yours, mate. He's put Diamond Valley back in this one. They're now up by 3.
The transition D was a bit lax there. I mean, they're lucky that Southern Sabres didn't make them pay. And Ben Allen yelling at them to get back, exactly.
DeFritz is coming back on, your mate.
Yeah, is taking out Big Ben. So they're going small again.
You became best friends with Cap over the space of 5 minutes.
Yeah, the Calf Man.
Is that what you're going to call him now?
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something better than the Calf Man.
Well, it's funny because Jamie can't even say Kafritzis, so he calls him just Calf. So that's what I'm like. It's actually not that hard to say Kafritzis.
No, out of all the names I've got here, I mean, James Sigogni is probably one of the harder ones.
Yep, Hovey.
We had that game against Dandenong versus Kilsyth that had a few interesting ones. I think we got corrected a couple of times, like Poch Poch.
Duncy beats the buzzer.
And it's 51-48 now. Diamond Valley starting this quarter on fire.
I'm going to hopefully see what Poch Poch could do tomorrow when I call Dandenong Rangers Ringwood Hawks.
Yeah, and Kenyon.
And Kenyon too, the Kenyon show.
Yeah.
I'll tell him that you send your regards.
Yeah, will do.
That
hopefully he can put on another...
He wants a letter in the mail. Postcards.
Yeah.
From his trip. Spear thinking 3.
See if you can put in another show that makes Joel Sykes pajamas.
Josh Sykes.
Josh Sykes, yeah. That one. Should know from my former club, Eltham.
Yeah, Eltham. I mean, you're the local around here, Hovey. Oh, beautiful stuff from Logan Hovey.
That's the easiest shot he's had all game. You'll be wanting more of that. Question is, though, what sort of difference would Dave Barlow make in this game?
Well, if I'm looking at his stats correctly, he would have made at least 22.7 points per difference.
Yeah, so that would really help them out right now because they're having issues finding avenues outside of Reece Carter and Sam McDaniel. They've hit a few threes here and there, but yeah, there's no real easy avenue at the moment. Sam McDaniel's having to isolate a lot, do a lot of one-on-one work, get open shots himself, and Reese Carter is just kind of making do with what he can get. So Logan Hovey having a bit of a breather.
Yep, Ben Allen on, Matt Reynolds on, Duncy off. As you said, Logan Hovey off as well. Matt Reynolds to bring the ball back in from the sideline, right in front of us here too.
Yeah, Hovey deserves that break. He's worked very hard all game.
See the sweat coming out of the American.
Yeah.
He's almost...
The headband's not really helping much.
He's almost thinking about heading back to a warmer climate in a few days' time. What a strip.
I would if I could.
Hello, Wilden says, I'll take that, and cut the margin back to 1.
And he had the opportunity for a bit of a highlight, decided to go with a bit of the finger roll.
I was expecting a jam there from Wilden.
Yeah, but all the kids at home should not copy that style, because if you're going on the left side of the basket, always go with left hand.
Not Wilden at all, that's for sure. Spear. Yeah.
We're about to see the killing machine coming back out there.
Allen. Kafritzis. Doesn't get on the score
Calf.
card. Yes!
Calf! Calf man do.
We both got very, very excited there.
Very proud of our man.
The caffeinator.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Cafeteria.
Yeah, oh jeez, don't call him that. Ryan will take a breather. Spear will take a breather. You see big boy Liam and big boy Ben making their way back down.
Big
the court.
Sauce, the killing machine out there with big boy Ben Allen.
Oh, got to get you on court. You've got a very, very budding media career that you can look forward to.
Well, I mean, if this whole research thing doesn't work out, and I guess I can always come back to it.
Definitely. Ball staying with McDaniel for the Sabres. He's been good tonight. Can't find someone. Reese Carter will keep the ball in. And the experience, again, of the 35-year-old former NBL star. Three-point opportunity there. Oh, beautiful stuff there from Zach Pantelis. Three-pointer from the youngster.
Yeah, that's something the Sabres are doing really well when they go small. They're hitting a lot of open shots. Unfortunately, the problem is they can't match up with a Ben Allen and a Liam Kelly, so I think that's why, Grant Wallace chucked them out there. I think it's time to put out the Twin Towers, slow it down a little bit, grind them out, use that size.
2:07 left in the third, as we're seeing people slowly bidding lastly on the silent auction.
Yeah, the women's team is currently outselling the men's team, I think. I noticed they're getting some good prices out there.
They are.
I was keeping my eye on a few. I think the calf man is still at, I think it's at $12. I think someone put it
$60.
60?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I can go to that. Maybe.
Could you go 70?
Maybe 80.
What would the wife think?
Yeah, the wife would not be too happy.
She'll like, why'd you spend $80 on an NBL1 jersey?
Yeah, I mean, I could probably get one for free, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
I mean, our boy Jamie gets us anything we need anyway, so.
Yep. Foul
Except for food.
Called.
I mean.
Haven't got much.
No, he gave us 2 sandwiches and 4 rolls of sushi, which he promptly stole one. So, lift your standards, Jamie.
Ben Allen going to the line here to shoot 2 from the line and to hopefully give Darwin Valley a much-needed breathing space heading into three-quarter time, 55 apiece.
Yeah, there is a bit of a lull at the moment in this game. It's kind of in that weird sort of space where anything could happen. It's, the scores are tied. Both teams are playing hard. Neither team has really taken control of the game yet. So we're waiting to see who's going to be the one that stands up. Is it going to be a Sam McDaniel or a Reese Carter that really picks it up? Or is it going to be Logan Hovey, Joel Spear, or...
Ben on the 2 releases,
Anthony
successful there. 57-55 with 1:50 left here in the thirds.
I just noticed Ben Allen has 5 steals. That's very impressive. I think a lot of those.
Oh, Ben Allen!
Whoa.
What a block from Ben Allen!
A big boy block.
Badish though makes them pay and puts the Sabres back in front, 58-57.
I was just saying though, Ben Allen racking up the steals on the defensive end. I think a lot of those were deflecting alley-oops, but then he goes ahead and slams someone's layup into the ring.
There.
Unfortunately, though, the ball just fell out to the three-point shooter out there in Badish.
It did.
Looks a bit unassuming, but then nails a shot like that.
Kafritzis comes off, Keeley comes off, Spear comes back on, Hovey comes back on.
Can't take off the calf man.
The calf man's off.
The caffeinator.
McDaniel's come off for the Sabres.
I think everyone's just taking off their important players the rest of the quarter. They don't want them to get any extra fouls. They don't want any injuries. They just want to get them through to the final quarter.
Signanini's come on now for the Sabres, as we're with Anthony Adunsi, to put the Eagles on level pegging terms, and he does against the Sabres.
The mob squad's been pretty inactive tonight.
Very inactive, and they've grown in numbers too. They've multiplied since the women's game.
They have, but I mean, the only work they've done was when our man Jay just couldn't clean the floor properly.
No. Ball with Carter.
Oh, Reece Carter.
That went off his foot there. Very lucky.
Veteran move to recover it.
Signanini passes over to Weldon. Weldon trying to get through.
Yeah, playing the two-man game really well.
Beisty, Hovey, and they're away again through Reynolds.
And Beastie couldn't quite put on the Beastie move there.
Reynolds to Allen. Allen over to Hovey. Give us something. He does. 2 points, and that's the margin they lead by with under a minute to go in this third. Sabres have been solid tonight. They've got a game tomorrow against Frankston to finish their season.
Yeah, so the question for them will be, this game doesn't matter too much at the grand scheme of things. They're not making finals. How much do they try and save like a Reece Carter for tomorrow's game? Give him a good, strong farewell?
Uh-oh.
Or do they just let him play it out tonight and try and grind out tomorrow as well?
Hovey circling. Spear. He was thinking about going to Hovey. Couldn't do so. Reynolds. Shot clock at 8. Allen.
Oh, the big pump fake from Big Boy.
Big boy Ben.
Big boy.
He's going to pick up his foul, and he's going.
He makes that referee look miniature.
To the line for 2.
Did you manage to see that Summer League photo of Tucker Fall and Carson Edwards?
I did, yes.
With 7'6" versus 6 foot. It's kind of
interesting.
Looked like that referee next to Ben Allen for a second there. The height discrepancy is just quite severe.
21 seconds left in this third quarter, and 21 seconds left to get your signatures on.
Everyone's rushing
ballots.
over now. I'm kind of trying to keep an eye out for the calf, see if we can snag it. Maybe hang it up, retire it in the stadium somewhere.
Ben Allen, 2 successful shots in, and the margin is at 4 points. And Diamond Valley are going to go into 3/4 time with a good...
Short of a 4-point play.
Yeah, good lead. 10 seconds with how the tempo of the game's gone.
Oh, the Beastie Boy.
He knows where to find them. Margin at 1. Spear. Long. No way.
You could say that Beastie was fighting for the right to party right now.
And on that bombshell, we're going to take a short break here from Diamond Valley Stadium. Eagles lead by 1 as we turn for home here in the final game of the NBL1 season from the Nest. And we're about to turn from home here at Diamond Valley Stadium. Quickly, the silent auction is going absolutely ballistic behind us right now. Everyone getting in their last digits as well. They're trying to get their paychecks. They're like, which one do I want? How much do I want to spend? Going all to a good cause right now as we speak, and it has gone ballistic right now behind us. There's about 20 different people behind us.
I was told there was like 20 seconds to go about a minute ago, and they're still bidding. So someone's just not doing their job out there.
Blame Jay for that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's do your job properly, mate. Jeez.
I must look at your expert analysis for that third quarter. You've done a bit of highlighting. What stood out for you there?
Now we finally got our 3/4 stats. So a few things that really stand out to me from a team perspective are Southern Sabres only have 9 assists. it's an even game. They've only had 9 assists on, how many shots is that? 60 shots. So that's nowhere near enough. Diamond Valley have had 19 on 52 shots. So it shows that one team is moving the ball around a lot more. The other one is relying a lot on, slow play, isolation ball. But then again, on the other side, Southern Sabres have 38 rebounds, whereas Diamond Valley only have 28. So they're doing a much better job of crashing the board. But then again, the big difference there is almost from that one passage in the first quarter, where they had 5 in one go. Logan Hovey has 18 points and 4 rebounds, having a really big game. Anthony Dunsey with 14 points and 6 rebounds as well. Almost like the quietest 14 points I've ever seen.
Yep.
Joel Spears had 14, a couple of big shots. And then for the Southern Sabres, Sam McDaniel and Reece Carter are really their 2 shining lights. But Reece Carter does have 5 turnovers, so I think it's a lot of those alley-oops he was chucking up, and Ben Ellens deflected them.
As we start the last 10 minutes of the season.
Who's going to want to take it?
Here at the Nest.
Who's ready to stand up? Who's going to take this one home?
And this is the last 10 minutes of both sides as well for the Eagles and the Sabres.
I saw Ben Ellens singlet being brought out here by Mr. Goodman.
I'll say this though. It's the last 9 minutes 40 for Diamond Valley. The Sabres still have a game, I should say, tomorrow.
Yes, that is true. We'll get told off by Jamie if you dare say that it's not the Sabres' last game again.
Spear, no.
Well, that was 2 turnovers in a row. Spear was the beneficiary of turnover from Sabres and then turns it over himself.
Weldon is going to take advantage here. Can he? No, he can't. Hovey with a great block. And they're away now.
Beat him to the spot. Hands up.
Fail.
Oh, I thought you said that the Sabres failed there for a second.
Allen.
Oh, big boy, the big shot.
And they're up by 4 now, 65-61, 9 minutes and 6 seconds left in the fourth.
Jonathan Goodman there with the Ben Ellen singlet. Looks very much smaller than Ben Ellen normally would wear.
Absolutely it does.
That looks smaller than what I could wear.
I think John Goodman's going buyers beware at the moment with the jerseys behind us.
Unless he's trying to steal one out the back.
Reece Carter. Oh!
And Logan Hovey's just like, what can I do? You can see him looking at that going, nothing I can do.
And that is veteran instincts there from Reece Carter. He's absolutely nailing it tonight. Spear, Hovey, whistle's being called.
And the referee's not happy about something, having a word to Weldon. And he's called the foul, and I think it's for a hold off the ball.
And luckily for Joel Spear, it's baseline ball for the Eagles.
Yeah, Beastie's coming off, is he?
He is.
No, it's not him. It's
nope.
Weldon coming off.
Weldon, sorry.
I was going to say, obviously, Beastie didn't fight hard enough for his part.
Hovey. Oh, that was too easy there from Logan Hovey, the imports. Doing very well there. Quick pass. Badish was a little bit stunned there. Didn't no idea what to do there. Oh!
Badish is just on fire from outside. I mean, why would you not feed him the ball? He's just nailing everything.
Badish is doing wonders. Adunsey over to Allen. Allen back over to Adunsey. 3-point territory, going to go inside the paint. Fails, thinking 3 himself. Hit the backboard. Hovey! 2 points. And the flex for the American, because he's going to go to the line, Elliott, for an extra.
Badish not happy, not sure whether he's unhappy with the fact that he fouled or whether he's unhappy with the call.
Are you excited for the fact he's done the traditional vintage Logan flex?
I've heard about it from Jamie. In fact, I think Jamie's tried it a few times in his games.
He's
failed because there is nothing really there to flex. So he likes to think that he's the next up-and-coming superstar. But yeah,
probably lies about going to the gym a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely channels his inner Anthony Bennett for those who follow the NBA.
Another foul's being called, and it's going to be again Eagles ball.
Yeah, Dunsey crashing the boards there and fought really hard for that rebound.
And it's Joel Spear, who thought it was baseline ball, but no, it's going to be sideline ball instead, says the referee. 8 minutes and 5 seconds left of Diamond Valley season. Spear.
There's a man in the crowd with this very hypnotic jacket. It's very distracting.
Oh, these two.
Looks like something out of the 70s you might have at a rave.
Logan Hovey into 2 points there. Yeah, you got to love the very colourful jacket in the crowd.
What was that? Fluoro pink, blue and green? Or yellow?
Fail.
It's like a highlighter.
Quick one here for the Eagles. Adunsey making a meal of the defence of the Southern Sabres.
Yeah, the Sabres not happy calling that timeout.
Timeout. 73-67. Now, the one question I'm going to ask you over the course of both games, which I'm going to do right now, and we love doing this. I did this with Jay last week. hit me up with the plus minuses of both sides. Who's in the plus minuses?
Oh, we did this when I was helping you down at Dandenong.
Yeah.
Or was it? No, it was here for the Nunawading game. That's right. So for at three-quarter time, Anthony Dunsey was a plus 16. Benjamin Allen with plus 21. Big boy with the big numbers. But not really negatives. Only Matt Reynolds with a -1. Our boy the Kafritzis. Oh no, that's efficiency. I was looking at the wrong line. Oh, there's actually quite a few in the negatives, but our boy the Calf +7.
+7
in 10 minutes. So obviously he deserves more court time.
Does indeed.
Big boy Ben with +6.
+6.
Whereas
are you sure you're seeing the right one?
I am looking at the right one this time.
And what about for the Sabres?
I was about to say that Liam Kelly and Matt Reynolds both in the negatives, -4. But there for the Sabres, Josh Weldon -7, -5 for Zach Pantelis, and Badish, even though he's knocking out all these shots, is a -4. But Nicholas Tatar is a +5, which is a bit surprising to be honest. Sam McDaniel -2, and Kingsley Box with a +2.
Kingsley Box has been really, really good tonight, and he's back out on court now for the Sabres.
Limited action.
73-67, Eagles leading by 6. If you've just joined us, the women's side got it done by 19, 88-69. That was the Eagles women's side, that is, against the Sabres. Had Hope Turdich on commentary for the second quarter. Three-point opportunity from Pantelis. Couldn't get there in the end. Bayall taps it out of bounds, but it's probably in a safer spot now because for the Sabres, they need a reset offensively, and for the Eagles, they can get into their zone now defensively. Balls with Carter. Carter over the top to Tata.
I mean, it's interesting that Reece Carter is a +4, or was a +4 at three-quarter time with 5 turnovers. So even though he is turning the ball over, he's still making things happen, which is very important. If you are going to turn the ball over, that you at least try and get it back the other end or try and make it count.
Whistle being called.
If my wife is listening at home, hello. Hopefully you're resting up.
She said you were a celebrity superstar when we did the Dandenong Rangers game because she heard your voice for the first time.
Well, yeah, first time not in person.
Spear. Kafritzis putting on the Jets there.
Oh, the Calf is a bit unlucky.
Oh, Calf's not happy.
Oh, and the ref telling him to go away. Nah.
Ah.
God, Calf man.
Bit of a cheeky grin on his face too.
Yeah, he knew the referee was wrong.
Yeah, he sets himself up again. Looked like he was going all in for it, that's for sure. McDaniel should say as well, by the way, Diamond Valley are in the bonus right now, and we've still got 6.5 minutes of this game left.
Yeah, the Southern Sabres have been a bit foul-prone in the second half.
McDaniel's on 4 fouls, Siganini's on 4 fouls.
Yeah, so they could be sitting a few for a while very soon.
So we both stand up for this last 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, those chairs are a bit comfortable in this cold weather.
That's why I normally stand up. I sit down sometimes, but I tend to stand up a lot.
I mean, the chairs we had at Dandy were really nice.
Nice cushiony ones.
Yeah.
They knew how to look after their talent. A Dutsy!
Oh, throw it down next time, young man.
Just looking for a throwdown and not getting it at the moment.
They're supposed to get the crowd hyped and help you get over that 6-point gap.
Reece, Carter, bounce pass, Pantelis, beautiful,
Such a good
too
read.
easy. Kafritzis, a Dunsey.
That was Sigognini, not Pantelis, unfortunately.
Over to a Dunsey. It's been talented. Kafritzis.
Dunsey said ta-ta to ta-ta and then made the pass.
And Kafritzis couldn't throw down a 3 for us, which...
He is mixing up with the big man, though. Saw him give Tatar a bit of a bump.
Oh, Hovey first Tucker.
Give it a flex, young man.
Took him down, that's for sure.
With the arm cannons like that boy has.
Very jealous of his
physique.
Muscle mass, that's for sure.
I mean, yeah, you look at Sam McDaniel on the other end as well. Is another one that's a bit of a
well-defined units.
Spends a lot of time in the gym.
That's for sure. So does Logan Hovey, that's for sure.
Yeah. Apparently our man Jamie does too, but don't know how.
Reece Carter definitely spent a lot of time in the gym. So does Zach Pantelis as he goes for 3!
Sigognini, not Pantelis. Pantelis is currently riding the pine.
It was only 2 points there in the end.
But even Dave Barlow has a pretty miraculous physique for a 35-year-old.
He does.
Looks after himself.
Spear thinking 3, not doing so. He loses the ball, and Reece Carter can go all the way coast to coast. No, he won't. He's going to turn himself around.
He's made a few good defensive plays like that Almost lost the dribble there.
Oh, Kafritzis.
Oh, no, the calf man was perfect
can't
there.
foul him.
Can't foul the calf man.
You can't foul the calf man.
Oh, the caffeinator's on 3 fouls.
That is a shame.
Yeah.
That is an absolute shame right there.
And the calf man's going to the bench.
75-73. I'll have to get a word with him post-game.
Yeah, we'll see if we can score a game. Where's Jamie to help us out?
He's over there looking at the silent auction.
We'll try and get the J-Dog to line us up an interview with the calf man after the game.
Carter gets the second and cuts the margin back to 1. Reynolds. Over to Allen, back to Reynolds. Under 5 minutes left, Allen. Long pass over to Fail. What can Fail do here? He's in the paint. He's going to go for 2. No, he's not. Hobie can pick it up, get the 2, and it's waved away.
Yeah, he came over the top. It was a good effort, but he did jump over his opponent, and you can't put body on them like that. You can reach over the top as long as you don't make contact, but he went for the good old-fashioned specky. Channeling his inner Alex Jezelenko.
And funny enough, that's actually Hobie's first foul of the game.
Which is amazing considering how hard he plays all the time.
McDaniel, Carter thinking 3, puts him in front.
He wasn't even just thinking it, he was doing it.
And the Sabres are in front by 2 with 4.5 left in this game.
Half the mop squad's disappeared and come over here to start shooting next to us.
Darwin Valley's last 4 minutes. They're going to try and get a
Ben
win.
Allen just throwing the forearm out there a little bit too aggressively.
And Ben's like, I can't believe I did that. He's not happy, he's big boy Ben, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's owning it, but sometimes you've got to make your presence felt.
You do, indeed.
The younger guy was bumping into him a bit too much. Had enough of it.
You feel bad for big boy Ben?
I think he's telling the referee that he's being held and was trying to free his arm.
Carter directing traffic. You can hear the vocals of Reece Carter. Over and out of Kingsley box. He's thinking back over to Carter. Didn't do so. Over to Tata. Tata to McDaniel. McDaniel, shot clock at 8. McDaniel's thinking 2 points. He'll hit the rim. He'll get the offensive rebound. He can't even get it. Third time's the charm for McDaniel. No, he can't.
He's having a hard time getting that ball in the ring, isn't he?
Box, nothing there. Hobie mops up, and they're away now.
This is an important game for Sam McDaniel. I mean, the talent at Melbourne United that'll be sitting in the front court in front of him, or the back court in front of him. You've got the Chris Goulding, Mitch McCarron, the imports Mello Trimble.
The return of Prather.
Shea Illy. These guys are going to be, they're calling M1 on that.
And they've counted the 2 for Hobie, and he's going to go to the line for 1.
Yeah, Sam McDaniel's going to have a hard time getting minutes, so he needs to make the most of this opportunity.
McDaniel, I believe his night is done.
Yep, he's not happy coming to the bench.
He's been fouled out.
Which is very, very big and important in this game, considering that he is the man at the moment. For
Nathan Cooper-Brown, you can see he's not happy.
Yeah.
And Logan Hobie suddenly can put an extra on and put the Eagles back in front. And he does.
Sam McDaniel has had a few issues getting the ball in the ring, so maybe this is a bit of a blessing in disguise. Get Badish back out there, help him get some shots up there. I think they put Weldon on instead.
78-77. Weldon finds Tata. They're without the prolific scorer in McDaniel. Tata back over to Carter.
I think Carter's trying to find his way to the basket, get that easy setup.
Carter wants to be the hero in his second last game in the NBL. And
1.
Can't do so. Yep, 1. Just trying to make it sound a bit more than that. Reynolds.
Where's our boy Jamie?
Allen. Over to Reynolds. Reynolds.
3.
Matty Reynolds. 3 points from the little man. As said, he's small in stature, but he's got a heart of gold, and he can use his speed and agility to his advantage, that's for sure. Weldon. Back over. Shot here from Siganini. Can't do so. Rebound. Reynolds. Spear. This is where the Eagles have got the kill in the rack here. And everything is going their way right now, Elliot.
It is. When it rains, it pours, and they're managing to make it pour on their end. So,
and they're going to the line for 2 to make this a 6-point lead.
And in a close game like this, 2.5 minutes to go, it's very close. Any gap you can get is a good gap. Any 3 points you can get. Joel Spear, normally a very good shooter.
I trust Joel Spear. A very deep 3 from early in the season to got the NBL1
Spears
Twitter
it through the net.
and Instagram accounts up and going with my oh my god moments. I think I've got
Was this one of the ones you got in trouble for?
One of them probably. As Jamie puts it, one of the many I've been in trouble for. Spear can't get there. Tata will rebound, and Reece Carter will reset. And they've got 2.5 minutes to produce a miracle for Reece Carter's second last basketball game as a player.
Yeah.
82-77. Sabres are now in the bonus.
Bit surprised Tata only has 0 blocks considering he's so big and long and athletic. You saw him get up really, really high for that rebound then. He needs to start playing a bit better on defense.
I was going to say, if you look at an NBL team, who would pick him up? Tata, who do you think would like a player with his size and stature?
I mean, a lot of them would really love that sort of, size. Maybe like a Cairns, they're really struggling for the talls. They end up with like Nana Egwu as an import, and they've had Nate Jarway, who's playing limited minutes. Like, you just saw how high he got right there. But yeah, like Cairns needs the height. Perth always manages to find these hidden gems and these big guys.
3-point opportunity there came from BC. Can't find it. We're under 2 minutes left, and the Eagles are up by 5, 82-77. Spear.
Reece Carter with a sneaky little tap.
Found Allen, back to Spear.
Reece Carter is getting his hands involved in everything at the moment.
Finds a Duncy. Duncy shoves off. Finds Reynolds. Reynolds again. Oh.
Everyone was ready to celebrate that one. Hands in the air.
Stadium would have gone down.
Would have erupted.
With Matt Reynolds and a slide from Weldon. He gets the 2 points.
And the question of the referee there, he's like, where's the contact?
Now, I'm not opposed either. Potentially, we might be going into overtime here, which might pay dividends for the Eagles more so than the Sabres.
Do we get paid for overtime?
Oh, we should. Reynolds, Allen, Hovey.
That was a tough call, but Hovey put the pressure on Weldon and made the referees have to make a decision. I think that's it for Weldon, isn't it? No. That's going to be 4 on him, I think.
Yep, 4 foul for Weldon. But if the Sabres do turn this into an overtime game, they're potentially going to go down with 2 players on the bench that they can't bring back in.
Yeah, so we've already got Sam McDaniel fouled out. And is Badish fouled out as well?
Badish is on 1 foul. Hovey.
What am I thinking of then?
Can't put it in for the first. And the margin stays at 3. It's 82-79.
It's not Badish, it's the other one.
66 seconds as my expert Ali is trying to find out who's also on 4 fouls. Hovey will get the 1-pointer and put it to a 4-point lead.
I mean, hopefully it doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure Diamond Valley just want to win.
Last minute here, 83-79. Sabres not out of this one. Weldon trying to do something. Last minute.
all over him.
Beastie back to Weldon. Weldon for 2, can't get there. Hovey over to Reynolds. And they're going to calm down a little bit. Diamond Valley over to Spear. Spear,
very lucky there.
Allen, a Duncy. They're going to go backwards here. Then go forwards. Find Reynolds. Reynolds going to go into the paint. He'll find Allen. Spear, a Duncy. 3 to sink it. Can't do so.
Can't quite seal it. Now probably going to end up playing the foul game.
3 points. No. A Duncy. And you're right there. Foul committed there from the Sabres. They're going to take the Eagles to the line. Yeah,
Pantelis realised that they have to get that rebound. 4 points with 18 seconds to go.
They're going to start using their personal fouls, the Sabres, to save themselves in this one.
Yeah, but it might be a little bit too late. We'll see where they draw it. There might be a timeout here to advance the ball and get an easier shot. But
well, if you're Nathan Cooper-Brown, you'll probably do that. And I think he's...
Yeah, it looks like he's ready to draw something up.
He's got the whiteboard out.
The question is, who do you set up? I mean...
Duncy missing on the first.
Reece Carter's probably your best option at this point, or Badish has been nailing them all night.
Badish has been really good. BC can't count him out in the seconds. And they get that.
Oh, no timeout.
No. Timeout.
There's a bit of a late call of the timeout.
Timeout on the floor. Under 19 seconds left in this one, the 4th. And under 19 seconds of Diamond Valley season left in season 2019. It looks like they're going to go 9-11 Elliott.
Let's knock on wood, whatever wood we can find, or maybe on the court.
They're up by 5, but a quick 3.
Quick 3, and then a foul can really change things up. So if they hit a 3, it'll be 2 points. If they foul someone, they only make 1 shot. then you can make another three,
go
tied up.
three.
So Diamond Valley's under no pressure here. They just have to make free throws. It's all on the Southern Sabres to make things happen. They might hit a three, get a steal inbounds, put a layup in, tie it up. You never know.
Absolutely.
Crazy things have happened.
84-79. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage over the course of season 2019.
We might have a special guest after the game.
Yep.
I asked Jamie about it, and he said maybe.
Potentially.
Well, he gave me a thumbs up, but I don't think he's particularly confident.
So they got 18.9 seconds to hold on to this lead and hopefully secure win number 9 and a great way to finish season 2019 as well.
So, in honour of the last game, I want to throw this to you. Who's your player of the game?
Oh, wow. I have to give it to our American friend Logan Hovey. 28 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal.
He's really turned it on. And who would you say has won the battle of the sidelines?
Oh, definitely Grant Wallace.
Not biased or anything?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. But I'm actually glad that the experts given the lead the awards to figure out.
Well, I figured it's something different.
I like that.
Jamie would always love to give it out. But
Carter for 3. Can't get there. Diamond Valley going to win this now. Spear, Allen. They just need to hold on to it now.
Yeah, the ball movement to just make sure of it.
A Duncy foul. He'll go to the line for 2. And with 4.5 seconds left of this game, Diamond Valley going to notch up win number 9
Am I allowed to say it's game over yet?
Am
I allowed to say it's game over yet? Or too early?
Oh, I'm going to let you.
It's over.
It's over?
She's over.
Put the cue in the rack?
Yeah, we need the fat lady to start singing.
And it's 84-79. It could go 86-79 with Anthony Duncy. And what a pickup Duncy's been for the second half of the season for the Eagles. Definitely would have needed him in the first half of the season, but hopefully they can retain him next season.
Yeah, he would have made a big difference. I mean, 1 or 2 extra wins here and there, and finals are a distinct possibility.
Absolutely. And Grant Wallace has got a very good team together as well this season.
Exactly. They pushed Ballarat and Bendigo, who are 2 of the top teams.
No W for Reece Carter, unfortunately for him.
Not tonight anyway, but he's always got tomorrow. And it's ended with a 3.
It's ended with a 3, which
it doesn't matter.
Not going to count because the win.
They are counting.
Oh, they're counting it. So Diamond Valley, 85-82 winners over.
And Jamie's going to get our man.
So Kath is going to join us. Looks like he's going to join us again. Over for a quick post-game chat.
Yeah, he's nodded, so I think he's coming. Sweet, yep. Jamie's giving us a thumbs up. So we'll just...
We're going to stick around for a little bit longer on commentary for the time being.
Just to get a bit of a chat with the Kath man.
We can do that indeed, but before we do get Kath on the mic, final thoughts of this match.
Diamond Valley really finished off the season in great fashion. They're missing a few players. Darcy Harding was out. Other tall guy. I don't know the names yet.
Ben Allen was good. Anthony Duncy was good.
Amazing. Logan Hovey was spectacular.
Was great as well, which is always good too.
Yeah. It was a big game for them. They finished off the season really well. And that's the greatest way you can end the season.
They do indeed. And then Diamond Valley, even with that Liam Thomas, who picked up an injury in the latter part of the season, which was a shame for someone like Liam Thomas, and the applause to
that's
the
crowd.
The
name I was looking for.
Absolute applause, exactly what they need, 100%, which is always good. And as you see, Diamond Valley celebrating win number 9 of the season. We'll have a quick chat as well about the Southern Sabres because they've got the Frankston Blues tomorrow. How do you think they'll go?
I'm sure after tonight's effort they'll do really well, and with Dave Barlow in. But I'm going to hand you over right now to our man, the Kath. So here you go. Hold on.
Lucas Kafritz joining me for a bit of a post-game here. Luke, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you. It was good to finish on a win for the season, so that was good.
How's it good to have someone like Logan Hovey, again, dominate on the floor, have Anthony Duncy shoot as well, and Matt Reynolds looking like he's gotten better over the course of the season?
It was good. From the start of the year, I think we improved a lot more. And Logan, at the start of the year, I think started a bit slow, but you can see he finished with 28 and 10 tonight. And he closed out the season really well, and it was really good to play with. And same with Ant, same with Maddie, same with all the boys. It was good.
How do you think Grant Wallace is going to review this season? Because there were a few games where you were in it over the course of the season, but you couldn't quite get the win. You were very close to playoffs. What do you think the message will be from Grant Wallace post-game when you get back into the rooms for what we can improve on in 2020?
I mean, as you said before, there was a couple of games where it could have gone either way, and we could have finished up with a win and potentially been finals. But I think we improved on what we did last year, and hopefully we can get a lot of guys back for next year and go one better and make the playoffs.
Well, Luke, on behalf of everyone, congratulations on the win tonight. Thank you so much for joining us over the course of the evening, and looking forward to calling you games again in 2020.
No worries, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Lucas Kafutsa's joining us there for a quick post-game as we get Elliot back on this one. Elliot, it's been scaring him a little bit, but that sort of wraps us up a little bit. So I'm going to get Elliot jump on his can so I can give him a proper thank you.
Sorry, I thought we were done. Yeah.
Well, Elliot, thank you so much for joining me this evening.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure joining you a few times throughout the season, and yeah.
Huge thank you to everyone who has gotten involved with us in season 2019.
Except Jamie.
This is our final game. Well, I'm going to thank Jamie Beeden as well. He's my expert over the course. I was going to get him to jump on for the cans, but you know what? We don't need to hear his voice anymore in season 2019. His dedication and hard work is my expert over the course of the season with the Darwin Valley Eagles. Enjoy the NBL1 finals competition starting from next week, which is going to be a lot of fun as well. We are signing off for 2019. Yep.
That's a wrap!
We'll be back in the nest in season 2020. Thank you to James Hall, our marketing media coordinator, Renee Sojanovic, our basketball operations administrator and game day coordinator, Mickey Thompson, our on-court announcer, our lovely scorers, our camera team, both video and photography. Huge thank you to the NBL1 team as well, led by the league GM, Dean Anglin, Alison Cody, Luke Sakari, plus the team behind the scenes who have done a phenomenal work over the course of the season for the first inaugural NBL1. I've enjoyed every part of it. Our sponsors and everyone else who have made this so much fun over the last 4 months to be involved in. As we bid you farewell for the very final time, good night from Diamond Valley, with the scoreline from the women's game being 88-69, and our men have finished up victors 85-82. We will see you in 2020 for the second season of the NBL1. Good night from the Nest.